been feeling real good. Came a long way from misunderstood. Far away from the days where I wouldn't wanna go home, cause I was afraid of the truth. See, I was scared to admit the feeling was in the back of my head. Cause the point where I no longer works, so you have to stand up for how you wanna live.
Outasight's about to go on stage. He's about to get ready to kill it. We're gonna interview him right after this. Coming to you live from swagsoldseparately.com. Here at the one and only Outasight.
What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. How'd the show go tonight?
Excellent, as always, man. Boston is a great live music town.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the tour. Kicked off last night in New York.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a homecoming show for you. That must have been pretty exciting for you.
Yeah, it's so far so good. 2 nights, both sold out. Both amazing energy in the crowd. So far so great, you know. So really excited to get out there and see some places that I actually haven't been. I haven't been to Seattle. I haven't been to Portland. So off the bat, I'm excited to see the Pacific Northwest and see Rock Chi-Town and just everywhere, really. It's going to be a great tour.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about the tour, this is a long tour.
It's a great life that we live, you know. You just begin to cherish those days off to kind of like recover vocally, physically, spiritually, mentally. And then you just go in it, and it's really, you just become like a complete adrenaline addict. So when you get home and you have like a week off, those first couple of nights, it's like, I need to adapt to like people not screaming and jumping around, and you're just like, what do I do now? You're like calling all your friends like, come on, let's go kick. It's like, man, I got a job. I'm like, I can't sit home. You don't understand. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So at what point for you did you think that it, or you felt that it turned, you know, this is a job now, this is real, you know, this is happening?
I guess, you know, when I first was able to quit my job, I was like working at a restaurant, you know, and I was able to quit my job. I signed like with this like small record label that ended up being mad whack, but at the time it was like, oh, I got some money, now I don't have to do it. And then when I got signed to Warner Brothers, it was like, oh, now it's really on. So, you know, it's something that I always loved to do and something I was dreaming about and, you know, pursuing like crazy. So when I was just able to fiscally not have a day job and make music my full-time job, I was like, I'm not going back. Yeah. And I haven't gone back since.
And, you know, talking about getting signed, a lot of artists these days, there's so many, you know, artists coming out of the woodwork, out of high school and college, trying to make it. And, you know, their ultimate goal is to get signed. They think getting signed is making it.
It's not. Now more than ever, you're seeing artists who don't need labels take over. I mean, my homie Macklemore, I mean, we rocked Paradise Rock Club in 2010 together. And now he's got the #1 record in the country for 4 straight weeks. And he didn't need a record label. And nobody needs a record label anymore. Because if you're dope and you believe in yourself and you're real and honest, it will cut through. And you just keep building and building and building. And that's what he did. Because kids be smelling the fake shit now more than ever. So it's just like, you know, the days of like needing a record label, I think they're done. You know, I think there's just so many ways to get it now. You know what I mean? But being on a record label at the same time has its advantages. For me, Tonight Is the Night, I had a radio department working my song. So I was able to have a song that was spun on the radio like over 80,000 times. So it's like, that's something that you will get with a record label, which is incredible, by the way.
Absolutely. And so, you know, talk about the first time you ever heard your song on the radio. What was that feeling like for you? Where were you? What were you doing?
You know, it's funny because like, it's hard for me to remember the exact first time, but I remember the first time I heard it in New York. And that was one of the first times I heard it. And I was in town. I'd just been on tour, and the Giants lost to the Packers, and I was driving home from watching the game at my homie's crib. And I was just in the car, and it just came on Z100, which is the big station in New York. And I was just like, damn. You know, I couldn't believe it. And this is the station that, you know, I wanted to be on. You know, I took record label meetings and be like, where do you hear your music? You know, I was like, Z100. So there I was, and then a few months later, they're playing the song, 40, 50, 60, 70 times a week. I'm just like hearing it all the time. And my phone, everybody's texting me every time the damn record's spinning. And it just was surreal. And just an incredible opportunity. And it just provided so many new experiences for me personally.
Definitely. Talk about the video that dropped today.
Yes, my video just dropped for my new single called I'll Drink to That. And, the video is a little bit more blue collar, like the song is. I come from a blue collar place, Yonkers, New York, and I just wanted to represent New York and New York City the way that I can, but also make it a song that people can feel proud of where they're from, too. That's beyond New York.
And it's funny, I actually remember when that song debuted, I was listening to Elvis Duran one morning.
Yeah.
And I remember you were on there, and, they debuted the song and, talked about the whole, relationship with New York. And it's,
Yeah, that was incredible. It was not even planned. Like, Elvis really just, stuck his neck out and said that, and he didn't have to at all. And I'm just so appreciative of Elvis Duran for being such a huge supporter, because I know he's on a lot of stations, and so it really does mean a lot.
What's next for you? What's a goal that you have, and who is someone that you would really, really like to work with that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Next for me is just, this tour. We go right through April. Then I got Warped Tour all summer, so a lot of touring. While I'm on the road, I'm definitely going to start writing and recording again. I feel really inspired right now. I've been listening to a lot of music. So just my goal right now is just to continue touring, continue getting the show better, gain new fans, meet fans, and have more people hear the album, as many as I possibly can. And as far as collaborations going, I mentioned my homie Macklemore. We had talked about it. So that's something I would really love to do, because I just got so much respect for him. And then, like, on a grander scale, one day I'm just hoping I can just work with Hov.
Yeah.
On some New York anthem kind of shit. So I'm gonna that's like one of those career goals,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There it is. Outasight, Brighton Music Hall, Boston, Massachusetts.
Gia, swag sold separately. Peace.
We don't care what they wanna do, and we don't care about it anymore. We do what we want. I ain't wasting no more time. It's now or never. I'm about to get mine. It's now or never. I'm about to get mine. It's now or never.